So you able to read that?
Yes, I can. Role play. Instruct ChatGPT to adopt a persona, for example, a marketing expert. Expertise. Leverage AI's knowledge. Get specialized insights and perspectives. An example, act as a financial analyst. This helps to guide the model.
Okay. Act as a financial analyst. This helps guide the model. So the persona pattern allows you to instruct ChatGPT to act as. So let me take, I'm gonna get my chat up here, and I'm going to say, I'm gonna type in here, act as, or you can type it in your computer, say act as Bishop E. Bernard Jordan and explain the Teruma seed. Okay? And see if anything comes up. For that one, I'm gonna tell it to do a deep research for me. Good. So now it's asking me a question in deep research. It's asking me, could you clarify what specific aspects of the Teruma seed you'd like to explain? For example, you're interested in the biblical origin, spiritual significance, or how it relates to giving, or how Bishop Jordan specifically teaches about it. Right? Okay, I'm going to ask for, give me the biblical origin. Okay, and it has some stuff there. Prophet Shanice, can you read that?
Yes, the Teruma seed has its origins in the Bible, particularly in the Old Testament, where it is associated with offerings given to the priests as a way of honoring God. I will conduct research to provide you with a detailed explanation of its biblical foundations, relevant scriptures, and how it has been interpreted in different theological contexts. I'll get back to you soon with findings.
Okay, and as you can see now, it is starting to do the investigating of the biblical origin. And we're going to be talking about this coming up next, chain of thought, and different things that's coming in. But I want you to know that it can act as a persona, have a persona pattern.
Yes.
Right.
And we'll come back to that in a minute. Is doing right now is doing deep research on my computer. It's piecing together insight. So you can so I just told to act like Bishop Jordan. You can tell it to act like a financial advisor. You can tell it to act as a professor. You can tell it to act as a particular professor.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go into, because now this is the role, because this is very important for the role. And the reason it's important that you give it a role, because if you don't give ChatGPT a role, it does not know how to act.
Right.
Anyone want to say anything about that?
Well, Archbishop, when you give it a role, it not only just acts as a professional in that role, it now will give you the language of that role. Mm-hmm. So, for example, if you tell it act like a researcher wants evidence-based methodology research and tends to stay away from opinion-based research. Mm-hmm. So if I tell the chat act as a researcher, it will now stay away from opinion-based research. Mm-hmm. Everything it will give me back will be evidence. It will be an evidence-based methodology.
Good, good, excellent. So I want you to begin to consider, let's get some of you in the chat room that will tell us a role you would like ChatGPT to function in. Tell us a role you would like ChatGPT to function in. A lender underwriter. Good, thank you, Prophet Dominic. As a PhD counseling student, yes. Okay, I don't know if theater's a role, Diamond King. You have to get more specific than that. I would like ChatGPT to act as a video animator executive. Okay. Bill Ellis, an MD of research assistant. Okay. An entrepreneur, IT, cyber, a cardiologist, a human resource professional, an author, a marketing expert. Okay, go to your ChatGPT and go ahead and give it that role and tell it to act as, you could tell us to act as and give it the role. Something as simple as that would give it if prompted, right?
Absolutely.
Go ahead and do that right now. And let's take 3 minutes to take that on. Okay, do we have any questions? If you do, come to the stage. Somebody's on the stage?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead. I see you, Prophetess Terry Stensat.
Yes, thank you, Grandmaster Prophet. I entered it to act as an entrepreneur. And speaking of the Teruma, it gave, to be brief, it gave about 5 points. 1, the Teruma as an investment in leadership. 2, Teruma unlocks favor in business transactions. 3, business cash flow and the first fruit principle. And 4 was Teruma and wealth multiplication. And 5, it had the Teruma and entrepreneurial legacy. So I thought that was very interesting, Master Prophet.
Okay, good. And let me tell y'all now to go into a new screen to give it a persona, okay? Because the Teruma will be the one for the Teruma. create a new chat for the persona so it doesn't blend the two conversations together,
Yeah.
because that will be starting to mix it.
Yeah.
Okay, I know I kind of left that other conversation open because Mike was doing research.
Prophetess Janice,
Yes, Prophet Shanice.
I could share my prompt I put in.
Go ahead.
I said I asked it to act as a marketing expert and give me 3 ways to grow my followers and algorithm on my church Facebook page. And that's what I gave it.
So you told to act as a what?
As a marketing expert, and to give me, and I gave it a task to give me 3 ways to grow my followers and algorithm on my church Facebook page.
Good. Excellent.
And gave.
And did it give you that?
Yes, it gave me some very in-depth, things to do. It gave me the why, but what I thought was really interesting, once it gave me a kind of a step-by-step action plan, after each action plan, it gave me 3. It gave me a pro tip, what it called a pro tip, and something that I didn't know, which was like, for example, this one pro tip for when you're doing reels and live streaming. It says when you end a live stream, Facebook lets you invite people to like your page. Do this every time, it says, with an exclamation point. So it gives pro tips after each one.
Good. Excellent. Great, great, great. Anyone else? Act as. This is very important that when you're starting with the prompt, you're telling it how to act as.
Yes.
So I told it to act as, I says, act as a PhD professor at Virginia Union University. And it says, sure, I probably should have did that on my, so y'all could see it. But I'm on the wrong computer that I did that on. Let me do it over here again. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna come back to the screen here so that you can see. So I got the teruma seed there, right, the biblical significance. Notice it did the correct spelling of the teruma there for us. We use it we created this speller T-A-R, so that we can have a unique URL name for it in the application, because there were others that had it as this one here, and it just happened to work out correctly. And then it talks about the contribution means to be lifted up or set apart for sacred use in the Old Testament, and it was a sacrifice for the support of the priests. That's why I lift your names up, and the teruma is supposed to be exclusively for the support of the priests. Okay? This concept appears frequently in the Bible, 76 times in various contexts, to giving to God. When you give the teruma to the priest, you're giving to God. The teruma seed in modern usage builds on the biblical idea of viewing one's teruma offering as a seed sown for God's blessing, using the biblical metaphor of sowing and reaping harvest, and it goes into the Old Testament foundation. This is all research. I could take this, develop a lesson out of this, develop a book out of it. It goes into Aaron and his sons, the heave offering, and the teruma. It gives me scripture. Do everybody see that? Okay. So that was when I told to act as Bishop Jordan, but explaining it from a biblical aspect, right? Now, if I wanted to act in another role, I want to give it I want to open up a new window. And why is that, Legs?
Because it'll start blending roles. So if you did it in the same window, you told it to act as Bishop Jordan, and then you'd ask it to act as a marketing expert, it'll now act as Bishop Jordan being a marketing expert.
Yeah, and this is how you can get the blend of songs, or says, I want you to act as Taylor Swift and Beyonce. And then all of a sudden you have Beyonce singing country music,
Right.
you know, blended. And I wouldn't be surprised if they used AI to even get all that. Because she did a country album and won,
Sure did.
right? She don't do country. They probably would never reveal that, but I have my suspicion. Everybody that uses AI is not going to be truthful about how they use it.
Right.
So I'm going to type in here. Can everybody see this? Because I don't see nothing on the stage. But act as a PhD professor at Virginia Union University. Okay, and I'm just going to throw that in there like that. And Prophetess Janice, are you able to read that for me, what it says?
Yes, it says, sure. As a PhD professor at Virginia Union University, I can provide guidance on academic research, higher education, critical thinking, and subject-specific expertise. How can I assist you today? Are you looking for help with research, coursework, professional development, or something else?
Okay, I'm going to say I am looking for help with coursework. I am taking a class with, I'll say, Dr. Henry James Harris. Is it Henry James Harris?
James Henry Harris.
With Dr. James Henry Harris in preaching. It's wonderful to hear that you're studying under Dr. James Henry Harris in your practical course to excel in the class. Consider the following. Can you read that, Prophet Reynolds?
Considering the following, sorry. Considering the following,
No.
on here.
Yeah.
Consider the following steps. Number one, engage with Dr. Harris's publications. Dr. Harris has authored several influential books on preaching and theology. Familiarizing yourself with his works will provide deeper insights into his teaching philosophy and expectations. Notable publications include Preaching Liberation. This book explores transformational preaching aimed at liberating African Americans using the practical teachings of Jesus as examples. The Word Made Plain, The Power and Promise of Preaching, a valuable resource for preachers seeking to craft effective sermons. No Longer Bound, a theology of reading and preaching. This work delves into the relationship between reading comprehension and sermon development, emphasizing the interpretive process in preaching. Beyond the Tyranny of the Text, a transformative approach to corrective, creative, and prophetic preaching, encouraging preachers to communicate hope. Number two, review course materials. If you have access to the course syllabus or reading list, prioritize those materials. Dr. Harris's courses often include a blend of his writings and other scholarly works that complement his teachings. Number three, participate actively in class. Engage in discussions, ask questions, and seek feedback on your preaching techniques. Active participation demonstrates your commitment and helps deepen your understanding. Seek additional resources. Consider exploring other texts on homiletics and practical theology to broaden your perspective. Works by authors such as Lucy Lind, Hogan, and Kenyatta Gilbert are often recommended in advanced preaching courses.
Good. And then it tells you utilize university resources there, and it moves on. Now, I want to take it from there because now it's going to act as this professor, Dr. Henry Harris.